What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Southern Roots Podcast. We are on episode 33. Um, we just before we got on here, we was checking on because we're like, oh man, we're not too far off of a year, but we got a little way, not too far, but still a little bit to go. So if you've been here for the whole time, we appreciate it. If you're new, make sure to check us out on all of our social medias, which Seth, I'm going to let Seth plug those.
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, a TikTok page, an Instagram page, and a YouTube channel. You go like, subscribe, comment, share, give us some interaction. You also follow us on the whatever platform you're listening to us on right now. Would greatly appreciate that. And other than that, that's pretty much it.
That's right.
So,
What's up?
bro, when he said Facebook, while I'm thinking about it. So I saw a Facebook reel the other day of a air fryer pizza, and I made it for lunch today.
Oh, really?
Dude, it was pretty legit. So you get sourdough bread,
Yeah.
and you get your pizza sauce, put it on there, and then you put your mozzarella cheese, your pepperonis, and you get another piece of sourdough bread, put it on top of it. Do the same thing. And then you add whatever other pizza toppings you like on that one. We just did pepperonis because that's the kids aren't eating anything else. And then after you put the pepperonis on there, you put more mozzarella cheese on there. Stick it in the air fryer on like 300 for like 7-8 minutes. It's pretty good.
That's pretty much like a flipping ginormous pizza roll.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Sounds
It was good though.
Was it?
I meant to send y'all a picture of it, but
It sounds good.
by the time I remembered, it was gone.
Yeah.
Like all of them.
It must have been real good then.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not very big because you're talking about just like a.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
I
an
mean,
air
so it's like a
fryer.
personal,
And
like
it's,
you have to make one for everybody.
Yeah, but it was good and it was fast too. I mean, the whole thing took, I don't know, 25 minutes total.
You said you put it on sourdough bread?
That's what you could put it on whatever. So I saw
So it's like
two different
kinda like
people
a
do it.
pizza
One person
sandwich
did it.
type thing.
Yeah, one person did it on just like regular white bread, and I saw somebody else do it on sourdough bread. I like sourdough bread better.
Bread is legit.
Yeah, and so I went with the sourdough, and it was good.
Well,
and I did it at 300 for 5 minutes, and it could have been in there for a little bit longer. So I'm thinking like the 7 to 8 minute range is probably where you need to be at.
Gotcha.
that does sound pretty good though.
It was legit. And my kids like it, so that's a W.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. If it's easy.
It's easy and the kids like it.
Yeah.
So it's about to be a staple in this house, buddy.
Yeah, well, that's a win-win. Dude, when I was growing up, you about couldn't tell my mom you liked something because we'd have it 3 times a week for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, she made this one thing like what was it, like tater tot casserole or some junk.
Dude, that stuff's good.
Buddy, she made it one time, and like me and Dad were like, "Dang, this is." I mean, I was a teenager at this point. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good. This is nice." And I am not kidding. We had that junk like every other night almost for 3 solid weeks.
Well, especially if it's something that's easy and cheap.
Yeah. I mean, a bag of tater tots, and I forget what else is in it, but I mean, it didn't cost much, and it was just throw it all in a pan and kind of let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Like in the oven, it's easy to do, so I get it, but you get tired of stuff too now, I ain't gonna lie. Well,
it depends on how much I like it.
Yeah.
And then it takes a long time because I can eat the same thing over and over and over again.
Pizza's one
It takes
of them.
Yeah, it takes a long time for me to be like, all right, I'm over if I really like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I could eat Mexican food dang near every day. Matter of fact, I like a couple of weeks ago, I ate Slim Chicks and a place called Azul, which is a new Mexican place in Statesboro. Like, I ate the chicken place one day, the Mexican place the next day, the chicken place the next day. Like, alternated days like throughout the whole week.
Sunday, that Slim Chicks drive was packed out.
Did y'all go?
No, I just was driving by and I
Yeah.
seen it.
It's so, dude. I love Slim Chicks. There's a couple people that says it's not good, but I've took it to go, and like didn't eat it right away. And it's chicken tenders. So like if they start to get kind of cool, they're gonna
Yep.
dry up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they wasn't like the greatest, but if you like eat them right away, I've had every time I've been in there, I've had.
Do they have like buffalo chicken fingers?
You can get them tossed in any of the sauces you want.
Okay. Because I don't. So I love buffalo chicken fingers. I do not care for just regular chicken fingers.
Yeah, they have a. I hope the audio in this is right because it's got to be just my ear things, right? Because it keeps doing something weird and making it sound weird in my head, but it
Just
can't
by
be.
your ear thing.
Yeah, every now and then it'll start like. Anyways, but yeah, chicken. I'm a. I love my favorite. One of my favorite things is chicken wings. Like
Yeah.
and I have eaten chicken wings once in like the past month and a half. It seems like probably not
Dude,
that
I just
long,
made
but
some chicken wings last week. They were
Yeah,
some
good.
of the better chicken wings I've ever had in general. They were definitely the best I've ever cooked personally.
heck
They
yeah.
were good.
You
In
remember
fact, when I went grocery shopping today, I bought more.
more chicken like to do?
Yeah.
Nice.
Seth said, "Heck yeah, bring the extras for lunch."
Nice.
I'll put it this way: it was a 4-pound bag. It only fed me twice, and so I only got one.
God dang.
But now there was no sides or nothing involved with it either. It was just straight.
Straight meat,
Yeah.
straight mouth. Never mind. Anyways, sorry.
Straight down the gullet.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Sorry. Oh, completely inappropriate. Anyways, well, we have jacked up this podcast by talking about food.
At this point, I think it's expected.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it's all good.
We-
We like food.
Yeah, clearly. Look at us.
And the bad thing is, like, I've done got. Well, I mean, I was kind of forced to like start cooking a lot, but I've done got to where I enjoy it
Oh, I love it.
cook.
and trying different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but like not. I can't do the like casserole like
That don't interest
oven
me that
stuff.
much though.
No, but like when it comes to what I mean, I've done sent y'all a couple Snapchats where I'll just like bulk cook a bunch of meat
Yeah.
Yeah.
all at one time. You're like, who are y'all cooking for? I was like, just me and the kids.
This man
But
cooking
now I don't
like
have-
6 chickens and
I think
Not
I think
really,
it's
but-
just a thing that we do. I don't know if mom and dad always did that, but like anytime I have anyone over, if it's just me and Brittany, I'll way overcook.
oh, that's a
Yes.
fact. Last time we was over there, all
Right,
over
right.
there, that joker cooked 3. It was me, Shane, Seth, and
That was it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Brittany
Brittany
showed
ended
up
up coming
eventually.
late.
Yeah, but this man cooked 3 racks of ribs and a whole Boston butt. I'm like, who else is coming out here, dog? Like, who's about
Well, I
to
didn't
eat all
invite
this?
2 other people. I invited Sage.
Yeah.
After he put the meat on the smoker and said,
Said,
This is
that's a
true,
lot
too.
of meat.
This is a lot of
This
meat
is
for
true.
3
I
people.
pulled it all out and I said, I'm gonna call a couple more people, see if
Yeah.
they want to ride up.
You know, I never ate those ribs. There's matter of
That's
fact,
a-
this
that's
is
a
kind of
fact.
gross. They're still in my refrigerator in the Ziploc bag. I just thought
I
about it.
ate mine.
I ate
Well,
mine.
So I will say though, whenever Shane pulled off that one chunk and it like took all the
Yeah,
stuff off the like the
that
middle
was the
of the whole,
one of the
I mean
better
that's like
parts, for sure.
Yeah.
the meat and potatoes of the
Well,
rib. You
so
know what
now
I
to
mean?
my defense, I started and I saw it all coming and I stopped and said, "No, it's all good." And
Yeah,
he
rip
finished
that
it
right
off.
now.
I was like,
This is true.
"Shit."
All right, sweet.
Yeah,
This
you
is
got to
true.
tell me twice. I was
Yeah.
trying to be respectful,
It is what it is at this
but
point.
whenever the host is like, "Oh no, it's all good,"
Nah, you're good.
I'm going to partake.
Oh, for sure. I'm chilling. My camera's not focused. It's focused on my guitar. Anyways,
Which just makes no sense.
I like why just randomly.
It's doing it now.
Yeah, I mean it's still there. Oh man, I forgot to put my other guitar up. Anyways, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's like I'd rather have too much than not enough. Like I don't want people to come over to my house and eat and be hungry. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
leave and be hungry. But
yeah,
you, I
especially
mean,
in
it's
situations
different.
like
Like
that.
it was different for
Now
like you
I'm
because you're just like. I
like,
mean, then you don't have to do it for
if
a
I
week.
have time to actually spend a few hours cooking something, then I'm a way overcook. So then it's just popping in an air fryer or the oven after that.
Yeah, just real quick.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
When it's just me and her, mainly just because I bring something for lunch every day. Every day for
Yeah.
work, I have something to eat.
You bring like stuff you cooked from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Um. Well, crap. What were we supposed to be? What were we
Well, we
actually
went to
supposed?
Tuckahoe,
Oh, that's
and
yeah. That's right.
uh, which was
This was
we don't know if it's closed or not, but
well.
it
This I
wasn't
mean.
closed when we went.
Yeah.
And there was a little pig season, and we actually seen. Shane said there was multiple little piglets. Whenever I seen the little piglets when we turned the corner, I slammed on brakes, and then we seen the mama, and I was locked on mama, and I was like, "Get ready," and it started, of course, running or trotting, whatever you want to call it, because it wasn't a full sprint, but it was definitely not walking. Um, and we never could get a clean shot on it, and so Shane said there were, how many piglets you think there was?
6 to 8 for sure.
Dang.
I
What?
only seen 2, 3 at max. Because like I said, once I seen the mama pig, I was locked on it, and it ran across the road, went in this little bottom. I Shane. He's like, I jumped off pretty much, and he's like, "Hey, you got to move the buggy off the road." I was like, "Frick, okay." I was already grabbing the gun and going, and yeah, but we never could get a clean shot on it. We never seen it again after
Yeah, I saw his rear
that happened.
end. It went down this into this little creek, come up, and I saw his rear end, and then that was the last we saw of it.
Yeah,
Hmm. That's tough. Was it drier out there? We haven't even
way drier.
That's
Dude,
crazy what a week's time makes.
like,
They had to open up a dam or something.
yeah, there was like normal water.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Still,
roads were fine.
All the
that's
roads were normal.
that's nuts, man. I mean, I guess if they open up the dam up, way up river, I guess. I mean, there ain't really.
You
Well, it's
know
got to
that
go somewhere.
that steep one that you go up, it was like normal, like just regular
Yeah.
little creek wash. You know what
Oh
I'm talking about
wow,
going
yeah, yeah,
down?
yeah, yeah. Going the one way to the. Never mind. We won't say all that information, but
But yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's
It was insane.
how
Completely
long.
different.
How long were y'all out there? Y'all out there all day?
Dang near, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we left. We got there what 9, 10? No later than
9.
10 for sure.
It was like 9.
Okay, and we left at 4,
Is it still
5.
open?
That pig season, no, that little coyote, because it was technically a coyote
Yeah,
season,
yeah.
is over. I don't know about pig season. I don't know if it's open year round or not.
Gotcha.
So
We can find out.
yeah,
Yeah, because
I want to go back.
yeah, and your boy's out the boot. So
First day out,
Which
right?
we,
What's today?
today is Wednesday.
The first
Yeah.
full day.
Yes, first full day out of the boot.
yes,
Correct.
sir.
Yep. I don't know. It's weak. I can tell you that. That calf. The biggest
Yeah,
thing is like when I like fully extend a step, like that's my back foot, like pushing off my toes.
oh yeah, I can
Like
see
it's
that.
just not there.
Yeah.
So
Does it hurt or just it's weak?
it don't hurt to push off. It's just like I cannot like my right leg. I can do a single leg calf raise with just my body.
Yeah.
I cannot do that with my left leg. Like I cannot calf raise
Gotcha.
my whole body weight. Granted, it's a lot of body weight, but you know,
But you can do it with one leg, not the other.
I can do it with my right leg, but I cannot do it with my left. So, but everything from the doctor says it's good. Got a little scar tissue around on the inside on each side of the scar that he wants me to try and break up. But other than that, he said everything's good. I can start.
But no limitations or anything like that.
No, I can't sprint. Like I can't. I can. He said if it doesn't hurt, I can jog. No jumping or landing. Like no like stepping off of something and landing. Like a
Can't
land.
use that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't jump or land on it. Um, I don't understand how you could land on it if you don't jump off of something, but I figure that's kind of like.
Well, they're saying. I mean, you could jump as long as you use your other leg.
But yeah, I guess so. So that's pretty much that, and I mean, and no sprinting. He told me like as far as like picking stuff up goes. Oh my gosh, I almost broke my headset. As far as that goes, I can. What was I saying? Oh, about picking something up. He don't want me to. If I'm holding something heavy, he don't want me to be walking around with it. He said I can pick
Yeah.
up stuff heavy, just kind of be still, and then just to be very mindful of like where I'm sticking my foot, as far as like when
Yeah.
I'm walking outside and stuff. He said make sure you don't want to be stepping into holes. Just
It's
super
summertime. We're
like.
doing that anyways with snakes out, bro.
I know, right? So I was also on the boat all last weekend without my boot on the entire weekend, but he don't listen to the podcast, so.
There you go.
I mean, at this point, it don't matter.
I mean, yeah, at
Like,
this point it doesn't matter, but
obviously, didn't mess anything up. He gave you the clear to take it off. So.
yeah, so it's going good, man. I'm glad to have it off because that jerker was starting to get very aggravating to have that boot on, being
I
it's
bet.
hot outside, the
I'm gonna say it's
Velcro.
starting to get hot too.
Yeah, and I mean you don't even have to do anything, and that jerker's just hot. The Velcro on it starting to not stick. I mean, it's just aggravating, but I ain't gonna deal with it no more. So that's a good thing. But
Yeah.
he told me I could go. I specifically asked. I said, "Well, when can I climb a tree again?" And he said that'll be probably about September, about 6 to 9 months after surgery. And I was
Oh,
like,
I'm sure your dad was so excited to hear that.
"Yeah." He said, I said, "Okay, what about golf?" He said, "You're good to go golf." He said, "I wouldn't walk 18 holes." I said, "I didn't walk 18 holes when I was healthy."
Yeah.
He just kind of laughed. I said, "Yeah, I'll ride for sure." He's like, "Yeah, then you're good. Then you can golf. Just be
Better stay out
careful."
the stand traps.
Yeah, he said, "Just be careful of stepping in a divot or like a hole or something." He said, "But other than that, you're
Y'all
good to
going this
go."
weekend?
Did you
Right.
tell him? Did you tell him that you don't understand how I play golf? Like, we're in the trees, we're in the sand,
Yeah, no. I
we're
pay.
in the water,
I pay
we're
to see the
everywhere
whole.
but on the
I
fairway.
pay to see the whole course. You know what I mean?
That's what we told them people at Black Creek. They said, "How's it going?" We're like it's going good. She's like, what are y'all shooting?" I said, "We're getting our money's worth.
Yeah,
Getting a
for
lot of
sure.
shots in,
Yeah, for sure.
making sure we get our money's worth."
I mean, people go out there and try and shoot low. It's like, man, you're
You're
paying
getting
more
ripped
per
off
shot,
if you
more
think
per
about it.
shot at that point. You know what I mean? Like we're making sure we get cheap shots.
Yeah.
We're getting our money's worth. We're dang near playing 2 rounds. So, I haven't even swung a golf club since I got out of the boot, but I'm probably gonna try and go sometime tomorrow if I can, and just actually hit some golf balls, see how that goes. But we shall
I swung my
see.
golf. Swung my golf clubs Tuesday.
How'd that go?
Surprisingly good for not swinging them since February.
You pretty much haven't played. You haven't played golf at all since I got
You've
hurt.
played more recently than I have. You've played since last time you played, right?
I'm sure.
I haven't played since we played Black Creek in February.
Oh, I played. Yeah, I've definitely played after that. I played like.
Yeah.
I think I looked on the Birdies app. I think I tore my Achilles tendon March 4th. I played my last round of golf was March 3rd.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I haven't played since February.
which I'm excited to see a golf course green. Like it's been when we went, it was all brown and the greens sucked, and like
That's true.
so it'd be nice to actually see a night like a golf course look good, like a golf course. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I drove by one when I looked at a job a couple weeks ago, and it was like I could just see like barely portion of the fairway and part of the green from where I was at. I was like, dang, that looks pretty good.
I don't think I've ever played on a golf course whenever. Well, I know I haven't.
Well, you will
I've played.
someday.
I've played 5 rounds my whole life.
Yeah, and the majority of them have been with me. And
I think every time I've played has been with you.
then
No, I
definitely,
played with Dad one time. One time, like 2 years ago.
yeah. Well, it's it's definitely. I'm definitely ready to see an actual green golf course for sure. But um, there was
Are
something.
your lights changing colors?
Mine?
I swear it was just blue.
It is blue.
It is blue.
Well, now it's got like a purple tint to it. But like I'm talking, it looked like blue, like very blue. Maybe it was just the lighting the camera was adjusting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I was about to say. I thought.
I
I
did.
was
Oh
about
yeah,
to
I
go,
grabbed
I was
this.
gonna. Yeah, I was gonna go get checked out.
Shane's like, I'm tripping, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never noticed that.
Me neither.
I wonder why it's doing that.
There's something to do with your camera. I don't know.
It's focusing on something like different. I don't know. Anyways, oh Lord, I forgot what I was gonna say. We're getting real good at this podcast stuff the longer we go in, apparently.
Yeah. You can say that.
We just got done finished talking about golf. We're gonna go play Sunday.
Yeah, but what I was about to say was not about golf, though.
Okay.
I don't
Well, I can
remember.
tell you
I
how I
have no
broke the
idea.
Ranger real quick.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah, you said you broke the Ranger. Oh, I remember. Okay, all right, go ahead. Yeah.
Are you sure? You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I know. Mine will be long, so go ahead.
Mine ain't too short. I don't feel like.
Well, it'll be
But
all
oh, speaking of the skeeters in Tuckahoe,
right.
dude,
Bad.
bad. We were like, all right,
They
let's try.
didn't start out bad though.
Yeah,
That's the
because
thing.
the place where we ended up like, all right, let's sit it for a minute. We made sandwiches right there.
Earlier that day,
Yeah, and it wasn't that bad.
no thermocell, no bug spray, no nothing. We were fine.
That evening, we're like, all
Atrocious.
right, let's sit over here. Let's see if we can, for a little while. We sat for 30 minutes to an hour, something like that. And Shane was swatting the whole time.
I
had
am
the
not
thermostat
sitting-
going.
I feel like I'm pretty hardcore for the most part when it comes to hunting. Those guys that can just sit there and let mosquitoes bite them and either slowly move or just ignore it altogether. I don't know how they do it. It's
That's
got to be
wild.
a superpower.
Yeah,
Because-
that's insane.
Because not only am I swatting, I'm trying to kill them, so I'm full
Like
blown like
smacking. Yeah.
yeah,
Whack!
yeah. It's loud and fast.
Yeah.
And there was,
Man said
I
it's
mean,
gotta be a
dude, it felt like
superpower.
3,000 of them, bro. It felt like the thermocell did
Did y'all-
nothing.
I'm
They
about
were
to say, y'all-
landing on the thermocell.
Yeah, they didn't
They were
care.
just hovering in the smoke.
And then, so I had like a mosquito mask on because it was getting bad. I was like, and then, so we sat there. We played Guess Who on my phone for a while.
I rubbed
Guess
mud all
who?
over my arms.
Yeah, he did. And that he said that did help a little bit.
I'm about to say
Actually,
I've been like
a lot of
those what is it, Naked and Afraid? They'll when they're like in a like real like biting bug area, they'll rub mud all over their
I
stuff.
grabbed mud off the range and rubbed it all over my arms.
Dude, the Ranger is filthy, dude.
The Ranger's in a million pieces right now.
Yeah. Let's get back to this.
We're about to get
Yeah. I
So,
thought you
after
flipped
we finished fighting for our lives out in the woods, we were like, all right, let's go ahead and just leave, bro. I mean, this is getting kind of miserable. Yes, I'm ready to get on. So we started riding back. It wasn't long when we decided that. How far are we driving? Literally 300 yards.
If
it was.
that.
I mean, it
I'm
wasn't
thinking like,
long.
yeah.
We heard boom. I was like,
That's never a good hit sound.
I stopped immediately and I looked at Shane because I felt like I knew what it was, and he just looked at me and goes, "I don't think we hit anything," or whatever he said.
I thought it was just like a branch popped up underneath the
Oh,
buggy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not on the buggy.
He's like, I don't think that. So I got off and I looked. I was like, yeah, the freaking shock broke in half, and my bed is sitting on the tire. And I'm like,
Yeah, that ain't good there, buddy.
and we're all the way in the back where you gotta go through that creek.
Yeah.
Well, so he says all the way in the back, and we were a little
Yeah,
ways away.
I'm about to say how far. We were probably
Okay.
about a half a mile
Yeah,
from the truck. Not that far.
but
We couldn't get the truck to us.
just an hour before that,
Oh, we were.
it would have been
Oh man.
a few hours walk back to the
Oh,
truck. We were all the
Yeah.
way back, so we parked right there going down into the swamp.
yeah.
We were all the way on the far side of Tucker Camp. Like we came from the far side of Tucker Camp
Oh my God.
and then went right past the truck and went and parked the buggy back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So then I was like,
fortunate.
I mean, I can see if we can limp it there. I don't know how this is gonna go because like there's some big old holes that we gotta go through.
Yeah. Especially if you got to go across that creek.
And I swear that creek gets steeper and steeper every year.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
From four wheelers and
bad now.
buggies every year.
I'm surprised they haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, because we used to
I
drive
hope-
trucks
I hope
and
they
stuff
don't.
through it. We used to be
The
able to
first
get,
time I was out
through
there,
it.
we took trucks. Everybody took
Yeah.
trucks down there.
But now I think it's for a longer, like a long truck, like a 4-door
Yeah.
like truck. I don't know if it would be able to do it unless it's lifted pretty high.
Yeah.
Because I think it would just drag that bumper and you'll just bottom out. But yeah, but either way. So we limped it all the way back through the creek, through through all the holes in the swamp.
Goodness.
It started cutting into the tire, the bed did.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how if we can, because I noticed the tire before we went through the creek. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to go through the creek, but we could like literally almost see the truck from the other side of the creek.
Yeah,
and
we
I was
just had to
like,
get.
"Truck
We can get.
can't get to me. I still have to get through this creek
Yeah.
unless I drag it through with a tow rope. And either way, then it's still going through it. So I'm just gonna just go as far as it'll go.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, the tire's still going to roll. Like,
Yeah. So it doesn't. But yeah, we ended up, getting it all the way out. And once it got to where, the truck could get to us, we walked to the truck, turned the truck around, and backed up to it. But
It got us within 150 yards of the truck. Thank God.
Yeah.
ooh wee.
and it could have made it the rest, but there was no reason.
Yeah.
There was no
reason
reason
to at
to.
that point.
So like
That's tough.
I couldn't
So-
put it in any other gear. It was stuck in going forward. Because the shock hit the gear linkage,
Oh, it's a good
and
thing it
that's
kept
fixed
it-
now.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing it kept it in forward and didn't
Yeah.
push that joker in like neutral reverse or something. That would have been crazy.
Well, at that point, I would have. I don't know. I would have figured something out. I would have daggone took the linkage off and just like picked it
Yeah.
with my hand or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was stuck in forward, and yeah, it was not an ideal situation because
Whenever we found out it was broke, I think the only reason me and Sek could stay in a good mood about it is because we were just glad of where it broke.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
When we found
Besides
out it
being where
broke-
we besides the creek and all that, we were the closest we were all day to the truck.
Was
The
a
little
couple hours walk.
after us. I mean, good grief, man. It
You
was
take
pretty.
you take your F-150 out there?
No, because my truck, I would have drugged that hoe through that everything.
Yeah, true. That is true.
It's just single cab. It can probably
Yeah.
make it up that hill.
Yeah. But you're putting I got a Snapchat the other day and I thought this jerker destroyed his buggy. Like, I mean destroyed it. Like the bumper and hood and everything was like sideways in in the windshield of the like front of it. And I was like, this dude just
And it was on the trailer.
Yeah, and it was still on the
Because
trailer.
you can't get it off the trailer.
Yeah, it was still on the trailer. I was like, this dude flipped his buggy out there at Tuckahoe or something.
Hold on just
Like,
a second. I have a phone call.
all right.
All right,
No.
but
But I was like, there's no way.
you said
And
Dad's calling him?
I think so.
Good grievous, past his bedtime.
10:30. That's late. But yeah, I was like, but then he kept going, and like the bed of it was took off, and I was like, oh, okay, like he's doing work to it. I was like, holy crap, dog. The front of that jugger looked jacked up. But he said something about he's putting something on the front of it or something. It was easier to do what he was doing.
Well, I think now he's going to go ahead and put a winch on there. But yeah, it had once we got it on the trailer, it wasn't coming off the trailer until it gets fixed.
That is tough.
So,
He said
could have
something
been a
about
lot worse.
making. I think he told me something about making his own, trying to see if he can make his own lift. I don't know how, but
I don't know. I think whatever lift he's got, that's the third. And
it's
it
not.
keeps
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not the first
so it
time.
happened. It happened to the driver's side. No, it happened to the passenger side first. Then he replaced that. A couple months later, it happened to the driver's side. He replaced that, and now this one is on the passenger side again. So if the
like
trend
next
keeps
time, like,
going,
it might be
next it's going to be on the driver's side. Yeah. And the thing is, like, it's whenever it's breaking too, it's jacking up other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not just repairing the shock ring.
Yeah, like now he's probably gonna have to get a tire, if I had to imagine. Like, did it cut it like
Oh
that?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good because them tires are not cheap.
No.
I mean, them tires are dang near more than car tires.
Yes, they can be. For sure.
Especially the kind of thing he. Well, no, he don't have. He had some like bigger
He
ones.
had some. Yeah, he had some super aggressive.
Knobby ones
Which
on there.
we would have been in trouble then if you'd had those tires on there.
Because it'd have been grabbing.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, dang, the next thing we was going to talk about was me and you already know about.
So, oh yeah.
About church ball.
Well, we can go. I mean, we're 3-0 right now.
We are 3-0.
A bunch of has been retired.
Yeah, no kidding.
Guys.
No kidding.
We got a few guys that still play, but not many.
Yeah, not many. So we're what 3-0. So we're chugging along, boys. Chugging along. What's up?
I'm back.
You tell him it's past his bedtime?
That he's literally said, I'm trying to get in bed now. I was like, what are you doing up still?
Why are you calling me then?
Yeah, if you're trying to get in bed, why am I on the other end of your phone?
Yeah, he was talking about Shane's kids because Brittany's watching them tomorrow. He's just gonna bring them with him here because he's coming here first thing.
Oh, okay.
Shouldn't he call Shane about that?
Well,
anyways,
he's got to call her because Brittany rides with him to work.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess I'll just find out about it in the morning.
Yeah. You're about to get a phone call in a second. Shane's gonna be like, "I'll be right back. Hold on."
He ain't calling me.
So yeah, we was talking about church ball. That we're 3-0 at the moment. We probably won't stay undefeated, but
I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we're undefeated this far into the season has been impressive to me.
Yeah, no kidding. And I told like there's a new director. I was like, buddy, we may be terrible this year. Like,
yeah, they put us in the upper strictly off of reputation,
and we're still undefeated. I'm like, oh man, this dude probably thinks I'm a butthole because I was trying to like sandbag into the lower. And I wasn't. Like, I honestly had no clue of the like.
No, I'll play in whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I just thought that we were gonna get drugged all year.
I did too. I didn't think we'd get drugged, but I didn't think we'd win.
I thought I figured, and there still may be. I mean, it's still early.
Yeah,
there's gonna be probably 1, maybe 2 games where we do get drugged, depending on like who we have there that night.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if we have our problem is we can't get our whole team there. If we have our whole team there, we don't have a bad team. But whenever we start having people not show up, like to these 9 o'clock games and stuff like that, it's starts getting a little. Yeah.
We try to lie. Oh my God, sorry. I ain't gonna lie, them 9 o'clock games suck, dog.
They-
And the
there's-
crazy thing is, I was telling Shane the other day, we used to like request the 9 o'clock games.
Well,
Yeah.
like we talked about too, all of our work schedules were different. Like your work schedule was different.
Yeah, just
Mine and
fluke.
Seth's work schedule was different. Now Seth's not even playing. I'm off by 5 o'clock every single day.
Yeah,
Like I
So-
don't work past 5.
yeah. It's
So it's
mine still
totally
varies,
different
but
now.
it's definitely not like I have no problem making a 7 o'clock game now. Like,
It used to be like a 7 o'clock game. I'm like, I don't know if
yeah,
I don't know
we're
if I'll
all gonna
make
be
it
rolling in there on 2 wheels, or
at 7 o'clock.
yeah, like we're gonna be right.
We're
at
going to
game
take up
time.
that 10-minute grace period.
Yeah. To now we're
For
all
sure.
like, dang, boy, we still got 2 hours before we got to leave the house. Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, and that's what sucks the most for me is like I'll get home and like I'll be watch TV, I'll be ate dinner, and I'm like getting relaxed, chilling on the couch, and be like, oh crap, I got to go to a softball game tonight.
My
Like,
biggest
Yeah.
problem is now with the kids. So like
yeah,
that night, we didn't leave there till because the game started late, of course, because it's the last game of the day. And then by the time you pack everything, we don't leave there till 10:30, 10:40. I'm
Mhm.
getting home at 11:20, 11:30. My kids aren't getting in bed till 11:45, 12 o'clock.
that's tough.
Yeah.
Good thing is I'm
They're
drinking
they're a
sleep
bunch
hard.
of buttheads.
Who are your kids are?
Oh yeah. Once they
I
get
was like,
tired, dude,
what?
they're a bunch of buttheads.
Oh, are they?
How about Colton
Yeah.
drinking that Vienna sausage
Oh
juice, man?
yeah,
Dude, oh my god.
yeah.
Dude.
This is completely. We'll talk. We'll come
Yeah.
back to like what
We'll
we were
come
about to
back
talk
to
about.
that.
But this is
It threw
needs to
me
be
off.
known. Like,
It threw me off. In fact,
dog.
so I'll just go over it. So we were watching Good
Yeah.
last night.
Shout out. No, I'm just
And
They don't need it.
they're not worried about our 2 listeners.
kidding. No.
So we're watching Good last night because he wanted to watch golf. He wanted to watch Bubby is who he wanted to
Yeah.
watch. And so we turned it on. We're watching it, and I can't remember what they're talking about. And I was like, dude, Vienna sausages sound kind of good. So why don't you go get us a couple things of Vienna sausages real quick? So he got all excited because they love them. He runs, grabs them,
He
and
loves them. All right.
yeah. And so I open. I say, you got to pour the juice out. He goes. He pours my juice out. He goes, and I think he pours his juice out. We get into bed. We're eating the Vienna sausages. I get done. I sit mine on the nightstand, and he's finishing his, and then I just hear slurping, and I look over, and that joker is bottoms up and drinking the Vienna sausage juice. I almost slapped it out of his hand. It's like Colton.
Bro, that's wild. That's a
He's
whole
like-
nother level. Like,
He's like, what? I said, did you just drink that juice? He's like, yes, sir. I was like, dude, that's disgusting. And he just started busting out, like just thinking about it while he was drinking it turned my stomach.
oh,
I
dude.
couldn't imagine, dude.
No.
Oh my god.
And he's like, it's good. I was like, dude, you don't like, what are you talking about? It's good.
It's like drinking hot dog water, bro. It's like
It's just
boiling
not
hot dogs
happening.
and then drinking the water. Like, who
Yeah.
does that?
Disgusting.
My thing
Oh,
is
no.
like Vienna sausages are already like a very borderline like snack. You know what I mean? Like they're like to some people, you know, it is
You either
a-
love them or hate them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And don't get me wrong, I freak with Vienna sausages, but the juice,
yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
that's
even-
I've
wild.
never
in
heard
fact,
of.
I always pour the juice out. When I pour the Vienna sausage out, I like shake it off.
Yeah. Like it's
Yeah.
like
Hit it
it's
on the
as dry as
side.
it can be. Like,
Yeah, and then eat it. And that joker's like, he don't even want to pour the juice out, and then he drinks it.
that's crazy, dog.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
that's a
I've never even seen or heard of anybody doing that.
Never even
neither.
thought about
I've-
drinking it.
I mean
Like,
literally
people
everybody
call it-
I know
people
just like
call it
open it
Vienna
and-
sausage slime. Like
Ugh.
that, like
Oh God, that literally just made me. No, oof. That just did something to me. I ain't gonna lie.
so now I'm wondering. Like I'm gonna get Raylan to eat some tomorrow because I'm wondering if she does it too. Because I just thought about it. Like, I wonder if they thought that's how you eat Vienna sausages. Like once they started opening them themselves. Because of course I used to open
yeah.
it for them and pour it out.
yeah.
But now they can open them. So I wonder if she drinks it too. Like, I think I might be raising. Like, we may have to keep an eye on them. Like, they may be questionable.
Buddy. Drinking
Like
the Vienna sausage juice
that's
is
psychopath move.
that's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
It grossed me out. Like my stomach was like normally stuff like that don't gross me out. That grossed me out last night. And he was laughing the whole time like it was funny.
Dude, that text message, like when I got that, first of all, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Like it was already like late. And I was like,
Yeah.
why is he just now saying this? Like, first of all, that's wild. Like, just randomly.
Oh, that's when it happened.
Well, that's what I figured. But I said, this man just texted us that his kid. I told Callie,
I had to tell somebody. I couldn't keep that to
Yeah.
myself. I needed to vent that to somebody.
I told Callie, I was like, look, hey, I said, hey, you'll never guess what Shane just told me. And she's like, what? I was like, and I said that Colton drank the Vienna sausage juice. She's like, the juice of what? I said, yeah. She's like, those are already gross to begin with. And he's drinking the juice. I said, that's what I said, bro. That's wild. That's
like, he
crazy.
can't tell me he doesn't like something the rest of his life.
No, there's no way. If you drink the juice of Vienna sausage, you'll eat anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that's something that'd be on Fear Factor. Like, to get to the next level, you got to drink this Vienna sausage juice. People are like, I'm not doing that. Colton like, sweet. I do that for fun.
50 grand. Pinky up. Make it fancy, baby. Oh my God.
And like, I mean, like not just drinking and like slurping it, getting all of it.
Like enjoying like every drop. Like,
oh,
loving
100%. Yeah.
That's insane.
Like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy Vienna sausage for my house ever again.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
That is, yeah, that's not ideal.
Or either I'm gonna get the jalapeno one, see how much he likes that.
Oh, that'd be dirty. Just start,
Get the jalapeno ones and then just give him the regular ones, and then see if he just downs the jalapeno Vienna sausage juice.
That's jacked up.
Ooh.
It's kind of funny though.
I should try it.
I gave Harlow
if I do it, I'll video it
a week ago. I gave Harlow
a jalapeno.
Yeah, like a legit one. And
What
she bit it
with the seeds in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave her the actual pepper.
No, it was it was chopped up.
A slice.
Yeah.
It had the seeds?
One piece did. She said, she bit it. The piece I gave her didn't have a seed. Callie gave her one with a seed like a couple days ago. The one I gave her, she bit that jerker and like immediately took it out of her mouth, said, hot, and put it down, got some water, picked that jerker up, and just full sent it. I was like, dang, all right. And she just, dude, that kid tonight at church, when they were getting ready they did sausage dogs and hot dogs, and then they did like relish and onions and stuff like to put on it. She was eating raw onions like as they were chopping them up. They would just hand her a raw onion and she'd just munch it.
Dude, that's good.
A raw onion?
No. I'm saying that's good that she'll eat it because.
Oh, dude, she'll eat. The kid will eat anything.
Yeah, my kids used to be like that, and then stuff just didn't happen like that no more, and now they irritate me now with being picky.
Lie, dog. That she's munching on a raw onion. I'm like, that's so gross. It ain't Vienna sausage juice gross, but it's still gross.
Vienna sausage juice is
that's another level.
Yeah. So okay, we got about 10, 15 minutes, but we're back on church softball. We had a game this week already. Against probably one of the. I mean, I would be willing to say one of the.
It'll be the only loss they take this year, and it's only because they didn't have enough guys.
Yeah, I honestly do think if they have all their guys there, they beat us.
Yeah,
and that's just being honest. I mean, it is what it is. They got ball players, but they had a couple pickup guys. One of the pickup guys would swing the bat and just fling that jerker.
Whoa.
Yeah. He was warned twice by the umpire, hey, don't throw your bat next to the bat. Hey, don't throw your bat next time you're out. Next at bat, throws it. This time, the first 2 times he didn't hit nobody. This time he hit the umpire in the shoulder.
Good God.
Oh, I didn't know he hit him in the shot. I thought he hit him in the leg.
No, it hit him in the shoulder. It hit him up.
Because Bill was like,
well, anyways,
the second time we've done that.
that is for sure second time we've done this.
His face.
Yeah, his face. Man, look like he's seen
like a little kid in trouble. Oh God. Cover his mouth and all.
Like he's like look like the what's the Home Alone kid that goes
Yeah. I don't think he listens. I think we're good.
Oh, yeah,
Anyways,
that's the same
the
thing. That's the
umpire-
same thing we said last time we dropped his name. But
I'm literally crying.
he was limping, so I thought he got hit in the shin. Like whenever he was walking, right after it happened,
yeah,
he was limping.
well, he was
I was
holding
like,
his
he caught
arm.
it. He caught it in the shin.
He was holding his arm, and Taylor said that when it come by him, like he did like this to dodge it. He's like I feel kind of bad because I tried to dodge it and then it hit
Don't
the
feel
umpire.
bad.
I said, bro, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Like, no, get out the
Yeah.
way. What the heck?
You don't know him well enough to.
Yeah.
Right.
And he can move too. I mean, maybe not as quick as you. I mean, obviously not as quick as you, but
He moved after the fact.
yeah. So anyways, the umpire ends up getting hit. I think I'm pretty sure it was in the shoulder. I'm not 100% positive on that, but the way he made it seem like it was somewhere upper body. He calls the batter out and then ejects the batter. They already were playing with 8 guys. I think the ejection was kind of like excessive.
He only ejected him because it hit him.
Yes, I do. I believe that too.
That was a strictly an emotion. I mean, he was within his rights,
that was
but it
what I'm
was an
saying.
emotional call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Throw him out.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Immediately. Like, didn't even.
He
Like,
said, "You're out and you're gone." I was like,
yeah.
So what just happened?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what happened in the field.
So then one of the other guys from the team comes up to the umpire and is chirping and talking, at first it was like the guy was saying stuff like it's not like he meant to, it's okay, you're fine, kind of pretty much saying you're making this more of a big deal than it needed to be. And then the umpire continued to say, he hit me. And it was like a woe is me, he hit me type. I mean, like it was
very obvious at that point that he only ejected him because he hit him.
Yes.
He honestly probably wouldn't even called him out
had it not hit
if
him.
he didn't hit him.
Yeah.
He probably just warned him again.
So that was. Then it just kept on back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The dude ended up saying something about the umpire being like 70, and and he was like,
he said 70.
Yeah. Just like that, dude. He's like 70. I'm like, man, he's just saying an old number, bro, because you're an old umpire. That's literally the only reason he said 70. That's the first number that come to his head. That was like,
But honestly, he's probably not far off.
he really probably isn't far off. Like, he's definitely in his mid to late 60s.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Wayne's age for sure, and I think Wayne's 68, 69. Like, so, anyways.
Well, he's definitely not 70.
Yeah, but he's
We
clearly
know-
not 70. Yeah.
not.
He might
we
be
know that
older
for a
than 70.
fact.
Maybe it was an insult because he thought he was young. Some of them old people don't like being called young because they, seen a thing.
Dude, I don't care.
They
who
know a
you
thing
are,
'cause they've
70
seen a
is not
thing.
young.
No.
I
But-
guess unless you're 90, then 70 is young.
Oh, I say, yeah, that's true. I mean, still got 20 more years.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that all kind of they kept chirping back and forth, back and forth. The director I mean, they were nose to nose at one point. Like,
Jeez.
yeah, dude, it was I was like
So
not
honestly,
sure
what
what the point like in the arguing was still going on. Like they should have. I don't know. Like Bill,
the guy from the other team,
I
he was arguing that he shouldn't be ejected. Did you just do it again?
didn't completely do it, but it was close.
Anyways, the guy from the other team. It's a good thing we don't know the other guy's name. We didn't slipped up and said his name too.
I do know his name.
Oh, I don't.
Well, yeah,
But he was arguing, as he should if he's the coach, on him not being ejected.
which is understandable.
and-
Every player that gets
That's
ejected,
what you
their
should-
coach argues about him getting ejected. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do.
yeah,
Yeah. Which is no big deal. Where the problem is that once the umpire was tired of it, he should have just said, all right, this is the call. This is what we're going with. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. And then at that point, if the other guy keeps talking, you got to toss him too. And he didn't do that. He just kept arguing back and forth with him. He finally told him, he's like, let's go, get in the batter's box. The call's not changing. The guy on the other team said, okay, got in the batter's box. And while Jesse was pitching the ball, the umpire's still back there chirping the player at this point.
and not only did
What?
this, yeah,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that the call didn't change. The dude ends up not ejected for throwing
And
the bat
safe.
and safe on second with a double.
And said, well, I guess I'm outnumbered.
Yeah,
We have more players than them. What are you talking
we had
about?
10. We had 10. They got 8. We outrule this. If we're going with numbers here, we have more numbers. Like he legit said, I got outnumbered. He's safe on second. I'm like,
What?
what?
And at this point, we didn't care. We just wanted to play.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, then come back on second. Let's
just go.
let's
Like,
go.
Come on.
No big deal. And then the guy goes up to bat, and the umpire just keeps on running his mouth. And so after Jesse pitches the ball, the guy steps out, and he's a grown man. You're only going to let another grown man keep saying stuff to you for so long before you say something back.
Yeah.
And so, of course, he starts saying something back to him. And instead of tossing that guy, he just throws his hands and said, that's it, I'm done with this crap, and walked off the field. That is the second time I have personally seen him do that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He left. And the director was like, the game can't continue without an umpire. And I was like, well, we can do it ourselves.
Bill was Jesus Christ.
That was twice.
It doesn't matter
At this point, it is what it is.
It doesn't matter. Bill was walking.
Y'all are
off the
terrible
field.
at this.
Yeah, we're bad.
Y'all are terrible.
He was walking off the field, and while he's walking off the field, we're like, all right, one of y'all from the other team, go ahead and start calling balls and strikes. We continued playing, and he wasn't even out of our dugout yet.
No, yeah, he was still. I mean, he had barely got off the field. If he was all the way off the field before the next.
Well,
pitch
he's
was thrown.
slow.
Yeah. Well, he said, I'm not going to have my integrity questioned. And I'm like, you gave your integrity up when you reversed the call completely.
I've never heard of somebody being unejected.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the league rules. If a player's ejected, they're done
gotta
for
get
the
off the
rest of
property.
they're done for the rest of the game, and they have to pay a $25 reinstatement fee to play. And it's like the league director has to okay them to come back and play. Like he's got to, huh?
How do you know?
Because
that?
it's in the rules that I got.
That
is a new rule. No, not from experience. I didn't pay $25.
I thought you did. I thought you had to pay $20.
Heck no, I didn't pay $25.
When you got tossed, so that was purely off of emotion too.
100%. I got tossed.
I think
for
he
something.
knew that.
Yeah, that's why he let. He even we talked either after that game or later the game something like you said you're supposed to leave the property, especially out there, and I just went to the car, grabbed a different shirt, and walked right back to the bleachers.
He did too.
and made sure everybody knew that I was still in that ballpark. Like, I was still yelling. I was still like, I wasn't quiet. But we're not talking about that. Anyways, we're talking about an umpire leaving. So yeah, I mean,
That's wild. He just said, "Oh, I'm out of here."
yeah.
He did it in Bloomingdale one time.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm. I wasn't there for that, but I have been
How the
told
heck
about it.
does he keep
I'm
getting
like
hired?
95% sure that it was him
I
in
don't
Bloomingdale League.
because people know him. That's why.
That's the thing. They're like, his reputation is not the best, anyways.
Yeah, I was about to say.
When it comes to
everyone-
umpiring, it's not adult sports.
But
Now,
I
I don't
think
know
he's
about
actually
like
a good. I think he's actually a good guy.
I do
Yeah, I think
too.
he is too.
Every time I see him anywhere in town, like if I'm sitting at a restaurant or if I'm, you know, just out and about doing something and I see him, he makes sure to come speak to me
Yeah.
and ask about my family and ask about my wife. You know, so I mean, I don't have any type of issue with him outside of ball. He is just, to me, he is not a good umpire. And I mean, it just sometimes it's like, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
I'm
I
curious
just
to see how tomorrow goes. I'm curious to see if he's out there tomorrow.
me too.
And if he is, there's no way he's umpiring the upper division.
He can't. There's
There's no
no
way.
way. If he's umpiring our game,
No.
no, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't know.
Here's a story for another time.
Yeah. So Andy and Shane gets thrown out of a softball game. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's I told the director asked me, you know, what I saw, what I would have done different in his shoes, and I told him, I said, dude, I'm gonna be honest, your shoes, I feel like you did pretty dang spot on what you should have done.
Yeah, there's nothing the director could have done. I mean, as soon as he heard arguing, he made his way to the field and walked straight out into the field and got him between the two of them.
Yeah. I mean, two grown men nose to nose. He walks right out and gets right in the middle of them. Like, hey, stop.
Yeah.
Type thing. When the umpire that was on the field decided to leave, I think we went two batters. I think it
And
was.
he already had,
And
yeah, he already had the other
he had
umpires come out.
two umpires on that field by then.
I don't know if we call that one guy an umpire.
I don't either,
Because
but-
he came out there,
And
I ain't
stood
never
on
seen
the
him before,
back.
and stood on first base. And I looked over, I was like, hey, are you an umpire? He said, yeah. I said, you got to get off first base, dude. Like, you can't.
You told him?
can't just,
You told him?
wild.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
You
that.
can't.
I just
you
saw him
can't-
on base.
You can't stand there.
That's why.
He's like, oh, my bad. And Jamie was just looking at him and then looking at me like, what is going on?
Oh God! I wish I'd have saw that. All that. Holy cow!
It
my
threw me
God.
off. I was like, dude, they just added a whole nother player to their roster in the middle of this game. Like, the
Yeah.
game's almost over.
Yeah.
And so that's when I asked him, and he's like, no, I'm an umpire. I was like, you got to get off the bag. What are you doing?
That's nuts.
Nah, you should have seen it through.
Dude,
That
if you'd have
also
started
would've been
running,
funny,
that
too.
would.
That
No,
also-
if he would have just stayed there with the
And just-
ball getting thrown and a player running,
Oh my gosh, that would have been
could you
tragic.
imagine?
Now, the guy behind the plate, he seemed pretty good.
he did seem. He seemed like he cared. Like he would actually care about doing a halfway decent job.
Yeah.
So, but it. I mean, I think the director of it did exactly what he's supposed to do. I mean,
Yeah,
like
I thought
said,
he
we
handled
went
it well.
one or I think it was like two or three batters at the most without an actual umpire. And he asked like, what could have happened? What would have happened if we didn't have another umpire to come over there? I said you'd have had to. At that point, the game, whenever the umpire left the field, that game is unfortunately over. I mean,
Technically, but I mean, we were totally content playing it out. We've
Yeah.
all played enough ball
yeah.
that
And
they
regardless
could have
of
called and we could have called, and I don't think they would have made any. I mean, not intentional
yeah,
calls, and we wouldn't have made any intentional bad calls neither. So it would have been fine finishing it out.
yeah,
How we were going about it.
yeah. And I mean, like regardless of all like the past between like the two teams and like people on each team and stuff like that, I don't think that like the game would have still got done pretty fairly. I would feel like.
Yeah, I think so too.
But it is what it is, man. It blew my mind when he was like, I don't have to deal with this no more. I was like,
I just started laughing.
I said,
'Cause
yeah, he's leaving.
I knew he was either going to end up tossing that other guy or he was done. Like it wasn't over until one of them were gone.
Yeah.
It would have just kept going.
I just don't understand why he didn't just toss old buddy. Like,
That's what he should have done. I mean, that's like we
you
talked
dang
about
sure
earlier.
shouldn't have just walked out on your job. I mean,
Yeah,
this man just straight up quit.
He's the authority on the field, and he would have been he was within his right to call the guy out and toss him.
Yeah.
He had been within his right to toss the other guy.
Yeah.
And anybody else would want to argue to toss them as well.
Yeah.
Would anybody have liked it? No. Would he have caught a bunch of crap when he came back? For sure. But he'd have been within his right 100%.
Yeah.
So it's what he should have just done. Especially that the one guy that was arguing. I mean, after which he egged it on, don't get me wrong. But after a while you just got to get him out of there.
Yeah.
And they're either going to stop arguing or the whole team's going to get tossed.
Well, I mean, they didn't have many, so it wouldn't have got much of them tossed.
No. I mean, honestly, if he had tossed him, I would have just walked off the field. They wouldn't have even had enough to.
Well, I mean,
he could just keep.
Technically, you have to have 8 to play. Like, so by him tossing that first guy out, like they're at that point the game's forfeited.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, granted, we could have continued to play, but it wouldn't have been real fair to the other team. But it is what it is, man. It was made for a very interesting evening. So,
Sounds like it.
That umpire did have the most wicked sunburn I've ever seen.
The umpire?
Did you see it? Yeah. Trent saw it.
Huh? The original umpire?
Yeah. You didn't see it on his legs?
No.
Like halfway down his calf. And then it was just lobster red. And then it was a straight line halfway up his calf. And then it was white.
Oh, he had like long socks or something on.
No, because the bottom part was what was red.
Oh, the bottom was red.
Yeah.
This man wore capri
Oh,
pants.
no,
He wore
dude.
capri pants to the beach.
I noticed that when we said the prayer at the beginning of the game, so did Trent. Because
Oh,
Trent said
speaking
something
of-
about it.
Bro, that is the most awkward thing in the world for me with Bill.
Dude, y'all are terrible.
With him up there, like praying and stuff at the beginning. Like we just stood there for so long, like just awkwardly, like waiting. We're like, what's going on here? Like I know he was trying to wait for somebody, but it's like at a certain point you're just like, okay, they're doing their thing. Let's just get this show on the road.
Yeah.
And then he like raps almost. Like I mean, I guess everybody to each their own with praying, like, but he like rhymes like every time I've ever heard him pray. Like it's like he does like a I don't know.
Yeah, he does.
It is it caught me off guard. But hey, he ain't
But
praying.
what caught me off guard is that
he's praying to
we
the
sat
Lord.
there for a solid 4 minutes.
Yeah.
He told everybody to come on so we could say the prayer, and we all sat there.
Just
Besides two
looking at
people
it,
on the
like,
other team,
We were just like
for
looking at each other.
like 3-4 minutes. Yeah, I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Everybody's like, Andy, what are we waiting on? I was like, couldn't tell you, dog. Like, I have no clue. Anyways, I guess we're gonna get up out of here. We just over an hour, and it's getting late. So, all right, guys, this has been the Southern Roots Podcast, episode 33. Hopefully, you've enjoyed listening to this. If you're still here, make sure you drop a comment. Real quick before we get all the way out of here, Seth, you want to plug the social media real quick?
Yep. The Facebook page, the TikTok page, the Instagram page, and the YouTube channel. Everything is at the Southern Roots. Y'all go give us a like, a follow, subscribe, comment, give us some interaction. We need to start working on another video or two. We'll have to get on that, but y'all give us some interaction. We'll we would greatly appreciate that.
With that being said, guys, this has been the Southern Roots Podcast. I'm Andy.
I'm Seth.
And I'm Shane. Remember, always keep those Southern roots.